the presidents of France and Ukraine met in Paris, where Volodymyr Zelensky arrived on an official visit. The main topic of the talks was unfreezing a 90 billion euro loan from the European Union. In addition, Volodymyr Zelensky and Emmanuel Macron discussed military support with a focus on drones, the fight against Russia's shadow fleet, and the commitments made by the members of the coalition of the Resolute. Freedom's special correspondent in Europe, Vitaly Sizov, is covering the meeting of the two leaders at the Elysee Palace. He joins us now live. Vitaly, hello. Tell us more about the main topics that have already been discussed today in Paris.
Today, I left the Elysee Palace just 5 minutes ago. And even then, the Ukrainian delegation was also preparing to leave. President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, first held a meeting with his colleague, Emmanuel Macron, in a bilateral delegation format. Then he spoke with the press alongside Emmanuel Macron. And after that, they spoke one-on-one. And this meeting is expected to conclude any minute now. The French president, speaking to journalists, noted that Europe is Ukraine's main donor, having provided over 200 billion euros in aid, and therefore must play a key role in achieving a just peace. And according to Macron, he emphasized that his country will do everything possible to unblock this 90 billion euro loan from the European Union so that Ukraine receives stable funding. The French leader also said that France will facilitate Ukraine's accession to the EU, specifically by unblocking and starting these negotiations. And he believes that the first clusters on the path to negotiations for Ukraine's EU membership should be opened. He also spoke about the 20th sanctions package. France, of course, supports its approval, despite the fact that there are currently certain problems. The French leader also emphasized that despite some temporary easing of sanctions on Russian oil by the U.S., based on his conversation with American leader Donald Trump, he understood that overall, the United States' course on sanctions remains unchanged. And for his part, his country also supports the sanctions, and France's position has not changed.